tablet for the tunes, posting along for the day. Time for my morning fantasy. Oh, good morning, YouTube. Welcome back to another day of the vlog. I'm actually starting my day off with some BCAAs by Extend. So these are their like liquid drink BCAAs, 7 grams of BCAA. So not too bad. The flavor's pretty good. I like to drink this whenever I'm at work, just to kind of like get my aminos in me because I don't really drink them at home. But plan for today, I work from 10 to 7, so I'm gonna knock out this shift. I gotta do some program work, finish this workout program. I have to finish a video, plan a couple workout videos for IG and stuff like that. So that's what my day is gonna be consisted of, and also studying because I think I test in May, got pushed back a little bit. So as far as my certification goes, got pushed back. They won't let me test because of the whole situation that's going on, and my videos don't get monetized anyway, but if I say it, then if they were to get monetized, they would get demonetized, so I guess if that makes sense. But so I have to push my testing date back to May, so I'm gonna do that, and prayerfully I can test like maybe 10, 15 May, give myself like another couple of weeks because the Lord knows I have not been studying. I'm just gonna go ahead and jump on that now, get the morning started off right, get my breakfast in me. I'll show you guys my meals I'm gonna be having for today while I'm at work. I normally meal prep all my food because as you can see, we no longer have any Icon meals left, so I would starve if I didn't meal prep. My first meal of the day is always oats. So I'm gonna have my oats, my peanut butter, my cinnamon, and my honey, and then I'll just have a little snack. That's just some potatoes and some broccoli. And then my second meal of the day is gonna be salmon and potatoes, and then I have salmon, rice and broccoli for my third meal while I'm at work. And then I generally finish the remainder of my meals at home, so at least I get in 3 to 4 solid good meals while I'm at work. This is just a little bit of snack, a little bit of carbs, and a little bit of micronutrients, so not really much caloric value from that. But I'm gonna go ahead and throw this stuff in the fridge, go ahead and get this day started, and I'll talk to you guys once I get back home, share with you guys the current supplements that I'm taking, and that's probably really it for this video. So I think I'm gonna start putting out more like small videos throughout like the week. That way I can make sure I'm at least posting content for you guys and keep you guys up to date. But as far as like gym content, it's just not possible. And honestly, I haven't been the most motivated in wanting to work out at home just because I really love the gym atmosphere. I love the music. I love pushing weight, so working out at home is like kind of taking me back to when I first started lifting weights, and all I did was like calisthenics. I'm really just trying to find that motivation. So if you guys don't see me posting much workout content on Instagram, that's probably why. I'm not gonna try to force it. I want it to be genuine, and I want it to be good content. So with that being said, man, I'll talk to you guys once I get back to the house. Hope you guys have a great day and stay safe. Before I go ahead and get too busy, let me go ahead and get this knocked out. I normally like to start my day with my daily devotion, so I use the Bible app. If you guys do not have it, I'll see if I can zoom in. Bible app. Right here, they now have these stories where you click on it and then it tells you basically the daily devotion, a prayer, and it has like a preacher that even talks to you about everything. So I love this. I'm gonna go ahead and get started with this, and then I'll catch up with you guys in one quick second.
And like aggressive and hot and good. Right? Yeah.
All right, what's good, YouTube fam? So I'm actually in the kitchen right now trying out this new recipe. Oh, by the way, this show is called Dave. It is oddly funny, but I'm making some pancakes right now. Let me see, let me freaking flip this before it burns on me. Yep, I think that one is good. So before I put the next one on, basically my homegirl Asia sent me a recipe, and basically all I used to make these pancakes was 2 eggs. I used 1 banana. I put some cinnamon in here. I think you're supposed to use like vanilla extract, and then I used a little bit of coconut milk. I sifted my oats inside of my Ninja, so if you have like something else besides the Ninja, you're doing it wrong. But I used this to sift my oats, put it up here and mash it all up with a fork, and then put it in the bowl, mix it up, and then I put it on the stove. So that was a little burnt, but I'm not gonna lie, I can cook, but pancakes are not my strong suit. So I wanted to show you guys something. This is my Instapot. So it basically looks like this right here. If you cannot afford to buy one that's $40 or more, I think this one was probably like around 40 or 60, because I have a 4-hour, 6-hour, 8-hour, and 10-hour setting on here. But I'm gonna put you guys on game. Take you something like this. I have these chicken breast tenderloins, or you can get some regular chicken breast. Get you some potatoes, either red or russet or golden potatoes. I actually think these might be going bad, so I might need to throw those away. But get you some chicken, get you some potatoes and some vegetables, and this is gonna help it make it taste good right now. Get you some chicken broth or vegetable broth. I like to use either vegetable or chicken broth whenever I'm making anything with chicken. I like to get vegetable broth if I'm making beef, but get you some of this low sodium chicken broth, or you can get the full sodium, whatever the case may be. I get this from Aldi to make it taste good so it's not so plain. Obviously I have my fair share of seasonings that I like to use. So I have the onion, and then I have the garlic and herb, and then if I want to get something a little spicy, I'll use this one right here. If you want to add more seasoning to it to make it taste flavorful, either get you some new salt, which is a salt substitute, It tastes pretty good. It just doesn't give you all the sodium in there. Or you can get some pink Himalayan salt. I recommend using that. Get you some veggies like some celery, some carrots. You got potatoes off in there. Mix that up inside of this crock pot with the broth, so you can do half broth. So I would do a full cup of this chicken broth right here, and then I would do half water. Mix it up in here. Then you're gonna take your potatoes, cut them up, put them inside of there. Your vegetables, cut them up, put them inside of there. Take your chicken, trim it if you need to, if it has extra fat on it. Take that, you're gonna throw it inside of there. Then you're gonna season, put all your seasoning off in there, mix it up, close it, put it on whatever setting that you like. So for me, I go to sleep, I sleep between 6 and 8 hours. So I'll put it on like 8 hours if I go to bed at midnight and I'm waking up at 8:30. By the time you wake up, it'll already be done cooking. So you have a full meal. And what I do is I just make some rice in my rice maker. I'll show you guys what kind of rice maker I have. I've had this rice maker for years. I recommend spending a little bit more money on a rice maker, just because one, it lasts longer, and then the quality helps cook it better. This is the rice maker that I use, the Aroma rice maker. So it makes white rice and brown rice, and it also steams vegetables, and it also keeps it warm after it gets done. It'll just switch to the setting and it'll keep it warm for you. All right, so I want to show you guys the little setup that we had going on back here. So this, shout out to Josiah for hooking this up. So he hooked up like this rigged pull-up bar, so we can actually do pull-ups right here. I like to do these on shift like throughout the day. And then we got like these little dip bars right here. So I'm gonna do some elevated push-ups. We also have a trap bar over here. And then we also have this deadlift platform that we like to come back here and do some cleans on and stuff. But I think Chris like has all the weights and stuff. And then we have these super heavy kettlebells. And so basically that's what we do to kind of like stay in shape when we don't work out at home. So I'm gonna knock out some pull-ups and some push-ups and then jump back on shift. And to at least finish it, but I don't know if I ever will. Double kill. Oh, he jumped? Why did they jump? Dude, and I still let him kill me. Man, I feel like trash. All right, y'all, so I want to show y'all breakfast. So I've got 2 chicken and egg white breakfast burritos here. And then I fixed up some chicken, rice, and vegetables here in the crock pot. This is what I was talking about. I hooked up my chicken last night. Look at that broth in there, man. It's like really juicy. So I hooked up some rice in the rice cooker this morning. It only took like 20 minutes to make, so that's why I really like my rice cooker. But I'm about to actually go ahead and head to work, knock out this 9-hour shift, and then I gotta come back, do some studying. I'll probably do some studying while I'm at work. But I'll talk to you guys later on. I gotta go ahead and get this quick shower and head to work, so peace. So I'm actually heading to my job right now, meet up with my boss. So I haven't really been vlogging like out and about, just because like nothing really to do. I can't really go anywhere besides like the store. And then, you know, some people are like, if you don't need essential items, stay at home. Shut up. I understand it. So I try to stay at home as much as I can, but sometimes I do get bored and I do go and like walk through like Target or Walmart and just kind of look at stuff. We need social interaction. A lot of people like, I'm the biggest introvert, but like I do believe that we need social interaction. So about to go link up with my boss and help him out like a video and stuff, because obviously you guys know I have a YouTube channel and I do editing as well. So I don't know if he needs me to like help him edit something, or if he just like needs me to help him export something. So anyways, I'm gonna get out of the house, go up here and chill for a little bit. I'm gonna stop by here. This is gonna be like my little outing for the day. I'll catch you guys later on in the vlog. If you guys are liking it, remember to like the video. I love y'all, man. These times suck. All right, so I just edged my hair up, but I'm actually about to go ahead and cut it and fade it all the way down. I want to show you guys a quick little snack hack that I like to do. So what I do is I like to take some light multigrain English muffins like these right here. I got these, I think, from Target. And so I normally take a pan and I add a little bit of olive oil, something like this will easily do, or use coconut oil if you want to be healthier. I normally add it on the pan, let it fry up for a little bit to where it gets a little bit crispy. Like this one got a little bit crispier, but that's all right. I like it like that. I like it like that. What you're gonna do is, while these are cooling off, add a little bit of peanut butter, almond butter, whatever your favorite is, and then get you like some grape jelly or raspberry jam jelly, whatever you want to do. Let that sit on there. Guarantee you it'll taste really good. If you like peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, you'll like this. Or if you want to be a weirdo, you can actually just put like some peanut butter and some jelly over here, and then boom, make you a PB&J English muffin, which is kind of weird, but whatever, do you. I like to eat like this type of snack whenever I get a sweet tooth to keep me from like snacking and going to buy like half a dozen donuts like I did last week. But I'm gonna finish watching Charlie's new YouTube video on YouTube as I record for YouTube, cut my hair, go to the store and grab some things, and then I'll catch you guys later off in the vlog. Alright, your boy clean now, you know what I'm saying? Alright, so normally I just go for like a really low fade, and then I just kind of like fade it just to give it a clean look. I don't really care about having waves anymore, but we're about to go ahead and head to the store and finish off the rest of this day with some chilling. I gotta cook and all that stuff, so in case you guys needed a reminder, start with God today. Make sure you say your prayers. All right, what's good, y'all? So, welcome to the end of the video. If you guys made it this far, make sure you smash the video with a like, man. But I'm gonna go ahead and go over my whole entire supplement stack and what I'm taking right now. Most of the stuff I either take every day or either I take it as needed, which is pretty much how most of your supplements should be working. I don't really think there's anything you need to take every day. Like, you don't need to take whey protein every single day, unless that's part of like your diet and nutrition. But I'm gonna go ahead and start off with kind of like the vitamins and the important stuff, and then I'll move on to like more of the like powder supplements that most people are familiar with. All right, so first thing on my list is gonna be black seed oil. So I take this pretty much every single day, and I'll come off of it for about 2 weeks to maybe even a month, depending on how I feel. But I use this mainly because it helps support healthy immune system function, and it's a good anti-inflammatory. And also, I started taking it mainly because I had hypertension around when I was like 23 to like 25. My blood pressure was a little bit more elevated than normal just because I was dirty bulking. I was a little bit heavier. I wasn't fat, but I was eating a lot of unhealthy food. So I was like hypertension stage 1. So like my blood pressure was probably like within the 130s, over like 70-ish, 80-ish. And so doctors put me on medication, gave me side effects I really did not like. And so I jumped on the black seed oil, and I took apple cider vinegar as well every single day. And over time, over probably like 3 to 6 months, my blood pressure completely reversed itself. I no longer have concerns about my blood pressure. Haven't been back to the doctor since. My last checkup when I got out the military, doctor said my heart, my blood pressure, everything was great. And so I no longer have any concerns about that. So if you're struggling with like hypertension, whether or not you're young or you're old, I would try this black seed oil. You can pick it up at GNC, or you can go online and pick up a good cold press version of this. You want to make sure it's as natural as possible, and it hasn't been taken through any other type of synthetic processes like in the manufacturer facilities or whatever the case may be. All right, so the next thing is going to be arginine. I normally take this before I work out. I even might take this throughout the day. You can take this up to 2 to 3 times a day if you're not taking it with citrulline, but what your body's going to do well, arginine, which is just an amino acid, it's going to convert it into nitrous oxide. So what that's going to do is going to help dilate the blood vessels, allow for better blood flow. So that's going to your brain, to your muscles, to your heart. Obviously, if you struggle with like erectile dysfunction and you have trouble keeping it up, this might even help down there in that area. So it just helps with blood flow. So if you want to help with more blood flow, more pump in the gym, get you some arginine. I take the one by NutriKey. We sell it at our shop. GNC probably sells it. If you're here in the Houston area, probably Nutrition Depot. But come to TF if you guys are in the Houston Spring area, and we'll get you hooked up. This is some good stuff. It only costs about 20 bucks, and you can add it to just about anything. So if you like taking your creatine, your glutamine, beta-alanine, add some arginine in there. That's also going to help with blood flow, and you'll be good to go. All right, so this right here, more of the supplements that I take occasionally. There's hardly ever a time you're ever gonna see me take pre-workout. If anything, I'm gonna take the Reload by NutriKey because it does have beta-alanine in it and it helps with performance. But this is the pre-workout that I currently have on deck that I would use if I ever need the caffeine boost. It's by Nutrex. It's kind of like an all-in-one. It has citrulline, I think it has glutamine in here. It has BCAAs in here as well. Really good pre-workout. Like I said, Kenny from Nutrex gave it to me, and it's pretty decent. So if you see it on the shelf, try it out. They have pretty good pre-workouts. Otherwise, just use whatever pre-workout works for you. The reason why I really don't use pre-workouts is because I'm not a big caffeine head, and I like struggle with anxiety. So sometimes a lot of caffeine just makes me a little bit anxious. So I only take like maybe half a scoop, or even just like a fourth of a scoop of this pre-workout, and this will last me probably the rest of the year. All right, so protein. Protein is really good. So I recommend everybody has a good whey protein in their cabinet, whether or not you take it every day or you take it every other day or just during the week whenever you need it. So this is the one I was currently using. This is the Green Beret by Redcon 1. So I'm gonna make a switch over to the NutriBio Muscle Matrix. I really like that one way better. The vanilla tastes really good, and it sits really well on my stomach, and it tastes great, and it gives me, if not more, better benefits than this one as far as like the amino acid complexes in it, and as far as the protein that I get from it. So I'm going to switch over to that one, but if you're looking for a good vegan plant-based protein, this is another good one or either try the V Pro. I think by First Form, and then NutriKey has like their own version of their vegan protein. It's pretty good too. All right, so this is more of like my weekly staple. So this is the quick mass. This is the mass gainer that I take. My opinion on mass gainers are kind of like so-so, but if you struggle with getting calories in, get you a good clean one. Diamond makes a very popular one, but it still has maltodextrin off in there, so it still has a lot of sugar. This one comes from Whole Foods, so brown rice, quinoa, oats, things like that, and I really like it. This is a chocolate one. I'm about to make a switch to the vanilla, but this gives me at least 1,000 calories if I do the full 4 scoops. Or if I just do 2 scoops, it gives me like at least 500 calories. I normally will make this alongside my breakfast to give me a heavier breakfast. So I normally take this throughout the day, like at least once or twice throughout the day if I need it. Otherwise, I get most of my food from Whole Foods that I cook and when I meal prep, which is pretty much what you should be doing anyway. But if not, get yourself a mass gainer or a meal replacement. So if you don't need something that's as calorie dense as that, get you just like a meal replacement. I think Redcon 1 makes a pretty good one. Metabolic Nutrition makes a really good one. So check those out on GNC, or like I said, if you're in the spring area, come holler at us at TF and we'll get you hooked up. All right, so now we're moving on to one of my daily supplements. So this is gonna be my carb supplement right here. So this is made by EFX Sports. This is their carb blend fuel. So I normally sip on this like during my workout and afterwards. Mainly afterwards for sure, because after your body's like exhausted and you're giving everything in the gym, this is gonna help kind of like replace the glycogen stores in your body. So I think NutraBio's is called like Super Carb, and then Man Sports makes one called IsoCarb. That's really good, but I like this one. It's only like 20 something bucks, and their flavors are really good. And you can also find a neutral flavor one if you just want to like mix it with your protein or whatever the case may be. But I really like this. It tastes really good. It kind of helps keep me like energized throughout my workouts if I'm not taking my BCAAs, and it also obviously helps replenish what the body is putting out during my workout. So you don't necessarily need this, but I do recommend it. It's pretty good and it can only benefit you in the long run. All right, so last thing on the list is gonna be my omega-3 fatty acids. So let me explain to you why these are really important and whether or not you need to supplement it like a pill form or you need to have it stocked in your fridge. There are 2 main omega-3s that you need to focus on. That's gonna be EPA and DHA. Foods that are mainly high in EPA and DHA is gonna be stuff like salmon, avocado, tuna, trout, sardines, which most things I just named on that list, people are not gonna wanna eat. So if you're a person who does not like seafood and you cannot eat those at least 2 times a week, which is kind of recommended for us to get those full benefits of omega-3 fatty acids, then make sure you have a supplement in your cabinet such as this that's gonna give you the full serving, about 2,000 milligrams of fatty acids which contain EPA and DHA. Plain and simple. This is really good for you. It can also help reduce your blood pressure very minimally if you have untreated blood pressure, or if you don't want to go to a doctor to get put on medication, then seek out something like an omega-3 fatty acid to introduce into your diet. Or like I said, like myself, I normally eat pretty well throughout the week. On a regular basis, so I actually take in a lot of tuna, avocado tuna to be exact, and then a lot of salmon, and I normally eat either chicken or turkey as a substitute. I really don't eat red meat much. So for me, I'm getting in pretty much the recommended amount of omega-3 fatty acids during the week. So I really don't need to take this, which is why I only take it maybe about 2 or 3 times out of the week. And depending on if I switch up my protein sources, then I make sure that I hop back on this if I'm not getting it from regular food. Now, if you're vegan and you don't eat meat, that's cool. So try walnuts, soybeans, chia seeds, or flax seeds, things like that that will help give you the same benefits of eating those fish without actually eating them. All right, but that's pretty much it, man. That's all I really take to keep my body in a good anabolic state for building muscle and to stay healthy inwardly as well. So if you guys like this video, man, make sure you drop it a like. Follow you on Instagram, LA_BFit. Get at me in the comment section, and I will see y'all next video.